Hello and welcome back to the finale of my playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. And in this episode I will be finishing the game by defeating Ultimecia and preventing her from twisting time further so that she can create a world in which she is the only one who can exist. And then I would watch the ending credits, but unfortunately the ending credits and the ending cutscene will be cut out of the stream, which is unfortunate, but anyway. I'm going to have Squall Renoa and Irvine Junction 2 stuff, as well as that. All this lovely stuff. Take all that stuff. But yeah, this is just the last check, really. Yeah, this boss fight is going to be very long, and I just hope that, you know, it doesn't take too bloody long, and I hope I don't die, because if I die, then that's going to be a lot of time wasted. But anyway, here we go. So, much to my surprise, she's going to be speaking in a German accent. Well, with a German accent. Anyway, hello Richard, welcome to the final battle. This is a good fight, but it's bloody long and long. Seed. Curse all seeds, swarming like locusts across generations. You disgust me. The world was on the brink of that ever-elusive time compression. Insolent fools, your vain crusade ends here, seeds. The price for your meddling is death beyond death. I shall send you to our dimension beyond your imagining. There, I will reign, and you will be my slaves for eternity. And then above with the evil laugh. I'm good. I'm going to be streaming and doing a normal video, but anyway, whom shall I exterminate first? I'll start with you three. Now, it would be amazing if Squall Renoa and the other guy hit first, but, you know, it's a 1 in 16 chance of happening. Who have we got? Irvine, Zell and Renoa. So you can draw haste slow. Poison straight away, fantastic. Yeah, they'll meltdown. You can just attack, set up with these two. Yeah, I don't remember exactly how many phases she has, but it's 4 or 5. It's ridiculously long. Like, this phase not too long, but next phase is too long. Anyway, sooner or later. That's the last time you ever see them. Give me Squall. So basically, if they're dead for too long, basically they get warped into a time compression and they're gone from the fight forever. It's a clever way of doing it. You go into more yourself there. You know, I've gone for the tactical ones to have Irvine and Squall them. I did split it across the 6, and I did it initially. I died once. Aiming to just do it first try because this fight's too long to fail. That's the thing when streaming or doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy, you don't get that up on the final boss. Especially Final Fantasy 3. That's not good. You know, So give me quickness. I prefer to get score right. What about worrying too much about getting score? I know it works on further forms. Stop spamming mail stuff. She didn't do that last time. Then again, I did have score on me, so she didn't last too long in this phase. But each phase has a special move. I'm guessing mail stuff has a special move. Now, I've got ultimate weapons for everybody. It's for this purpose, because I don't know what order I can get the Imagine having Score as the main character and he's the last one to come out in the final fight. He should be in the fight. I mean, I had a 1 in 32 chance of not getting any of these three, just because there's only one possibility that one. There's only one formation party that I could have got that consisted of none of them that have GX. No, just give me Squall, and there we go, boom. So give me Selfie, of course you do. You're an idiot. See, I didn't realise Squall couldn't be in it. I know it was randomised, but I thought he was just always set. Because both times I did it, he was there. Any fight I've seen against Ultimecia, he's been there. I thought it was just randomised at 11 fight, but clearly not. And this is taking a very long time. There we go, phase 1 though. The most powerful GF. You shall suffer. Phase 2. Use it on Selfie, please. what's been taken. Full life! This phase is RNG because basically she takes away certain or they can actually draw it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. Oh, 0, it means 0. That means death. Yep. Alright, next phase. Griever. Here we go. Now we get Griever. This is phase 3. This is gonna sting. I hope Irvine and Noah's got enough health and won't have to start again. Why you want school in your party, man? Really? Really? Cheers for that one. Doesn't usually do that much damage. I'm gonna have to pop Protect and Shell on just to defeat the bitch. God damn it. It weren't that powerful before, but that's because I just used Zell and Renoa and they're in their 70s, so they're supposed to survive that. Clearly only Swarf can survive. Let's speed this up. That's annoying. That was not nothing I could have done about that. I'll get garbage through this time. That's good. 2 vest limit breaks. Haste. That is a dirty move, but I'm just getting straight from Maelstrom, you son of a bitch. Haste. Aura. See, I didn't die that early. I died on the final phase. Good thing I died early on. I mean, it's weird to say that getting transition to phase 3 was early on, but it was. Aura. I don't care if this is dirty. You want to be a dirty son of a bitch? I'll be a dirty son of a bitch. I haven't had to keep Omega weapon and lose the transition. Third phase This is why they didn't give me Squall first time. You know, I'd absolutely wreck it. Yep, Griever. Is Griever referenced? I think in Disc 3 of Final Fantasy 9, I think that summon, the Ico summon, is Griever. It's like a white version of the purple version. I think that's the reference, I'm not sure though. Let me cure out with him. Give him a cure out and survive it. mean, every Ultimecia part I've seen has used render Google. There's no shame in it. I mean, if there's going to be a speed, I won't expect you to do that really long. I think you should do that. It's because I've made all the other characters on the level. Because I wanted to focus on this bit now, because I'm not showing a lot. Give me Renault. Actually, no, maybe not, because she'll use a special move, and I'll have to try and hit him on a shell. I very rarely use shells, just so you know. So this is a treat, especially for that destruction move. I'll wait until phase 3 for Here we go. If Squall dies, then there's no way I can survive against this attack until I'm high level. Which to me is just thinking that's a thing. And if he does survive it, then I can heal up. Heal yourself up, hurry up. Full life, Irvine. Do not care about the triple. I do not care about that triple. Piss off. Full life, Irvine. No! That's not fair. That is not fair. He had no right to do that. I was menuing. The ATB doesn't go and use menuing, otherwise I'd have been quicker. That ain't fair. You just had to take Irvine. That just screwed me over. And now I've been doomed. Fantastic. Oh yeah, but no rush to get rid of bloody... Twistis. That is stupid. I thought when using the menu for the magic, that didn't happen. That's a load of crap. Yeah, piss off, get Renault. Jesus Christ. What do I have to do with that Irvine? It's just the lovers left. Just give me 5 runs though. Fantastic. Totally dead. Yeah, this is technically still phase 2. Phase 3. You'll see when it changes. Why are you only give me 5 for? Hey, oh, that's phase 2 done. properly. Now I'm going to have to start meltdowning as well. Tenacious Junction herself onto Griever, so now it's Ultimecia mixed. Yep, and this still ain't the end. Nowhere near yet. There's 4 phases. There's one more after this. Horrible one. I've got 2 characters to do it with. Irvine and this is where it gets stuck. Look at it. She doesn't. I mean, it's cool because she's using what usually can game against you. You fancy picking on. There's more. I don't think the tuna can sort out. Oh, yeah, there we go. That weird crap. I'm going to have to stall her. He's definitely getting hit up. What to go? Set up. Of course, the music you had in the first 2 phases were typical sausage music, but now it's all good. Anyway, I've got Aura on complete Disney Wednesday. No message. I want Wednesday. Where's the Aura? I don't want to see it. Oh, here we go. Phase 3 special news. I didn't realise that Aura was gone for something. I mean, we know it's probably dead. School probably dead. I'm going to have to fight again. Or I might have to over-level them just to make sure I do it. Clearly the other move is a heap of crap. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, slow-mo cut, yeah. 8 renders. Phase 3 down, yes. Are you ready for the finale? This is a very disgusting finale, where she... Oh no, not yet. Oh wait, I forgot that she kind of snaps herself in half. Really? Scrubby critical hit. If you haven't noticed, back to Final Fantasy 3 with a boss getting 2 hits in the same turn. Or 2 or more hits in the same turn. 3? Jeez, calm down, mate. Are you ready for the final phase? You better be, because if you're not ready for this epic fight, then this is where it gets weird. Because she kind of takes us into her compression. You know, they do the classic disintegration thing to make you think it's over. Now the real fun starts as well. You probably can't hear me over all this because this music's probably very loud on the video, but you know, here we go. But the theme's quite quiet, so you should be able to hear me. It'll kick in a second. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, the theme is weird, but I guess it's suitable. And look at that ugly Donny. Where's her face at? It turns out that's a soulless body because Ultimecia is kind of upside down anyway. I am Ultimecia. Time shall compress. All existence denied. Yeah, she uses a very annoying move where she puts you down to 1 HP. The whole party. Yeah, if I do this with the spawn now, that's going to be so funny. Hell's Judgment, there it bloody is. You know what? Won't use Mega Elixirs. You're not going to stop me from using that. She spammed it when I did this first. She spammed it both times. Nothing really. Do. Give you time to heal up beforehand. You're going to see it in Chrono Trigger towards the end of the game. The hardest route towards the bot and the bottom is it's over. Surely it's over. Lying, what? What have you got rid of then? Haste. Oh, piss off. Oh, the other option is on the right, yeah. Her bottom part is target. It's slightly wanted. Rough side. Reflect on your childhood. See, they're trying to get in our heads with that idea. That's what she's trying to do. If it is a she anymore, I really don't know. Oh, what you got rid of? I was so expecting. Get rid of that. Hurry the bloody hell up. If she gets Apocalypse off, it is over. Why do you not give me Wednesday now, you stupid bitch? It's off. No. 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 Aura. You need Aura now. Damn it. Damn it. Get Apocalypse, please. Aura had to run out there, please. Had to run out there. Please. Survive it, please. I didn't even attack that bottom one. Idiot. She's got more than an Omega weapon, but she doesn't have 2 one-hit KO moves. And plus, I think her dialogue has the cycle piss off. Spamming that crap over and over again. Aura last. Aura will not run out this time. Okay. Really? Really? You do it again? Yep, again. Do it again. That is not fair. You can't do that. And haste runs that. It's like it's designed perfectly that she used it. Does that bloody happen? Piss off. This is why you lose, because everything's perfectly going against you. I'm just making sure you tell jumping again. I mean, I'm so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Like, if I can roll the next dialogue, then it'll get rid of them. That's how the fight works. You keep us rolling through the dialogue. You can't effectively. Scrub can't one-shot. This scrub again. It's kind of split between dialogue. Like this. How hard you hold on. It escapes you. This will probably be the last piece of dialogue. I don't remember. I think it is. This is definitely one of the hard piss off. Definitely one of the harder final boss fights I've done. Probably could have killed Arthur, but that's fine. I think got a bit of genius there. will not use a Mega Elixir. I'll use anything but that. I'm not going for a full heal Mega Elixir. No. That is disgusting. That is Final Fantasy rule number 1. Do not do that. You're making me do it, aren't you, game? You're making me. God, you do it. Float this time. Please. Come on! Run out of X potion. She draws a pocket. Come on, please be the final blow. Please. She draws Apocalypse and it's over. Is that it? Bloody hell, that was inflation. If she drew another Apocalypse, that was it. So yeah, that is Ultimecia. One of the hardest final boss fights in the series. Because her moves are horrible. Like Hell's Judgment, she spams down. Moves transition into the second part of page 2. That's what you come to see with the first game. But unfortunately, most of this is now going to be blocked. This bit isn't. But as soon as the animated scenes, well, the CGI scenes start, then yeah, no. Is it over? So they've got to find their way back now, the same way they got here. Let's go back to our times, you know. But they've got to believe in the friendship and all that stuff because they can't exist in the future. So they've got to believe that they can go from a place they don't exist back to a place of which they do exist. If you get what I mean. Shut up, just calm down and think of where we have to go. Careful guys, don't pick the wrong time. Whatever you do, don't fall into a time warp. Let's do the time warp again. Sorry, too easy to do. Time, place, who I want to be with. I want to go there, where Score and I promised. Remember back in Disc 3? Oh, there's such good scenes, you're not going to be able to see them, man. It's annoying, stupid copyright. Couldn't see the FF7, the only one you could see was FF9, and it's the worst one of the 3. Anyway, Squall. I mean, it's a good ending, but out of the 3, it's the worst one. This is the one in the middle, and, well, no ending's better than FF7. Jesus Christ, that's good. Squall, let's go home. Where are you? Where am I? Squall, where are you going? And there's him as a little boy. I'm gonna find Sis. It reminds me of Laguna so much. And there's a deer. Squall. Matron. Oh, this bit's nice. I like this bit. I forgot about this bit. This is so nice. Excuse me, have you seen a little boy? You don't have to worry, the boy won't go anywhere. He's gone a bit too far back. I think so too, poor thing. There she is trying to come back. You're alive. The sorceress. Yes, matron. We have defeated her. Matron, stand back. It's okay, there's no more need to... So remember, she didn't say what kid she was protecting. She said she was protecting a kid, so she accepted the powers. She didn't say it was Squall. Anyway, that sorceress is just looking for someone to pass her powers on to. So now you know it was Squall. In order to die in peace, the sorceress must be free of all her powers. I know, for I am one too. I shall take over that sorceress's powers. I do not want one of the children to become one. I can't disappear yet. Matron. She's mortally wounded. So Ultimecia's gone. That's it. She's gone. Is this the end? Most likely. You called me Matron. Who are you? A seed from Balam Garden. Seed? Garden? Both garden and seed were your ideas. Garden trained seed. Seed to train to defeat the sorceress. What are you saying? You're that boy from the future. She knows. She's not stupid. Matron. Please return. You do not belong here. I can't find Sis. Am I all alone? Who's he? Nobody. You don't need to know. The only Squall permitted here is you. That's it, say that to a child. Gonna confuse him. Do you know where to go back to? Do you know how? Will you be alright by yourself? I'll be alright, Matron. And that's that. Because I'm not alone. That's the trigger. I'm not alone. So he's just realised, oh wait, yes, of course, that's how you get back. If I call out, they will answer. Well done, Squall, you worked it out, mate. That's a nice little moment, though. Where is everyone? Renoa, where are you? Zell, Selfie, Quistis, Irvine, Renoa. Am I alone? Renoa, I want to hear your voice. Which way do I go? I can't make it back alone. Renoa. Am I all alone again? Where am I? So Squall's the only one that don't make it back, but the ending CGI cutscenes you're going to miss. It's going to be Squall making it back on his own, and you're going to see Renoa. So now it's been paused, and I don't think there's anything else that you can see now. So basically, Squall's just in a massive barren desert. And like there's like weird waves in the sky where the time compression's happening, and he sees Renoa, and you get this really creepy and weird cutscene in a minute where you see like loads of highlights of Renoa throughout the game, but in like a weird distorted fashion. Then he makes it back. Then there's a party in Balam Garden, similarly to the one where you first see Renoa. And I believe you see Cypher as well, who's back to his senses. But yeah, you won't be able to see any of it, unfortunately. If you want to see it, you have to either watch the ending elsewhere or play it and get to the point. Unless, of course, you've already seen it. But, you know, it's a good ending. You can't bloody see it, though. Because of copyright. I think all sound's blocked out as well, which is annoying. But yeah, you got Squall about to collapse. Oh dear. Not good. And he turns around. Then he looks, hoping to see someone, and he's on the he's just in the middle of a massive rock now, out of nowhere, because nothing makes sense, because he's just travelling between multiple time zones, and he's collapsed on the floor with his head down. And now we get Renoa looking up. If you remember back at the beginning of the cutscene, you see Renoa there in like the flower field looking over. Now this is that, but in a darker setting, like the sky's darker. Yeah, she's not looking. I'm just going to commentate over it, you know, try and make it entertaining. But yes, she clutches onto the Griever thingy. And I forgot to mention that. That's clever. If you remember, what was Squall's necklace called? Griever. What was the most powerful GF that Ultimecia summoned? Griever. Now I'm guessing its name actually changes based on what you name it. So that's the only reason why you actually get to name that, because you get it in the second phase. And I completely forgot about that. I didn't realise about that until now. Just figured it out now. Yeah, now we get the creepy, distorted Renoa. He thinks he sees her, and now it's all a blurry mess. And it's back to when he sees her in the dance, and it keeps on showing her going shush, but her face goes invisible. Then it gets blurry. Now I think it gets distorted next. Now it's showing her possessed. Now it's showing evil dark eyes. Now it's showing a blurry mess. Now it's showing something that makes no sense. Something that makes no sense again. Something that makes no sense again. And again. And now the spacesuit cheesy scene. And now back to the dance room. And back to the distorted mess. You don't hear the thing either. It's just a distorted mess. I mean, it's clever because it's a clever way of showing the highlights throughout the game as well. Showed Cypher, showed the Quistis minigun bit near the beginning, showed the parade, and as it zoomed into the parade, it just shows Renoa in the dance hall, constantly walking towards you. And now everything's spinning out, and I guess haunting Squall, but you know. And then you see a deer just flash up. Lovely jubbly. And then there's Ultimecia trying, you know, she doesn't want to give up, but she's dead. She needs to accept she's dead. She's going to stay lost in time forever. And now Squall's just let a tear roll down his face. And just as he gives up hope, boom. And then you see a feather drop down. That's quite symbolic for Renoa, the feather. Because obviously if you remember from the beginning cutscene, well, like the opening they do, when Squall and Cypher's having the fight, Renoa grabs the feather, and then she's surrounded by the flower field. Anyway, now we've gone back to the Barrett Desert Wasteland on top of a rock. Renoa's walking across with Griever around her neck. I think that's pretty cool. Like the fact that I've only just realised that, because I completely forgot about the end of disc 2 when you do it. But anyway, she's seen him lying cold on the floor. See, now that song's back. I think it's a slower version of the one from the Ragnarok. So this is the only bloody reason why it's been blocked, because it's an actual person singing the song. So now it looks like Squall's dead. And now Renoa's crying. And flower field. Boom. Beam of light opens up. Bang! And now we've got the bright, colourful flower bed scene, but with Squall in it. But the flickering flower feathers that you see flying at the beginning is actually from the end, and then you see the water shot. I don't know if you remember, but you had the dialogue in the thing, and you saw the stretch of water. And now you've got Cypher trying to fish. There's Raging and Fujin. So yeah, Cypher, of course, now that Ultimecia is dead, he's still a hothead though, because, you know, he just chucked his fishing rod down with anger because Raging got it. And then Fujin just kicks Raging in, because that's what Raging does. And then Squall's laughing. Cypher, what a moron. But, you know, he wasn't really bad. Just possessed. Or controlled. And there goes Balam Garden. Flying over the... Well, because they're in the city of Balam. If you didn't guess. But now it's going back. Cypher with a smile on his face. Renoa's feather. I said symbolic. Now they're in random fields. And it's Laguna. And he's wearing his ring. I'm assuming it's a wedding one. I'm not sure though. And of course, he's gone to her grave because she died years before the game was set. Well, technically it's set in 3 different time zones, but you know, whatever. They just showed her giving Laguna the ring. No, sorry, wrong way around. I mean, she had that outburst where she was like, "Oh, I don't actually like Laguna," but you know, that wasn't true. They've got matching rings. How lovely. Of course, Laguna was important, so they couldn't leave him out at the ending, not really. Because that would have been fair. And now we're back to Laguna in the present, going to her grave. Lovely. I've just got to try and make this as much as an interesting commentary as possible. And make sure that you don't hear the bloody song in the background, because I don't fancy getting copyrighted, because I am not doing Ultimecia again. But there we go. Rain Law, or Loire, I don't know how you pronounce his surname. And there is Alone, with Kiros and Ward in the background. And Balam Garden flies over their head as pink flowers fly above. Which again, pink flowers as well as feathers, symbolic to Renoa. So they kind of foreshadowed the end with the flowers right at the beginning. You just don't see it. You just see it as symbolism for Renoa, not anything else. And there's the cutscenes, and now, well, the credits. And in the credits you get like these little cutscenes that flash up in Balam. So Selphie gets herself a camera and goes crazy. So you got Irvine trying to flirt with Quistis, dancing in front of her, and you know she's not very impressed. Irvine's an idiot. And then he tries too hard, and Quistis pushes him out of the way. And she's not happy. And there's Sid, the old git. Ain't been in Balam since 2/3, 3/4 away into Disc 2. Because he's a pussy! I believe Quistis gets angry with getting the camera pointed at her eventually. I mean, she's smiling now, but I think it changes. And there's Adia, back to herself. It's all a happy ending. And there's Irvine, showing his respects. Now Irvine's got the camera, and Selfie's nicked his hat. Because why not? And Irvine waves at girls, and Selfie gets jealous. As you do. I believe they see a certain someone soon. But anyway, they're showing Zell stuff in his face. Literally his cheeks are puffing. The ending's so silly, but you know. Oh, the way bloody Christus and Selfie react, and then Zell just chucks, I don't know, a piece of bread at the camera. And there's Renoa's dog, Angelo. And wait, they check, they see Renoa, and she seems to be there alone. And the camera dies, but she seems to be looking, and she goes, whoosh, points a finger at, and who was with her? Well, none other than Squall. You could guess it. Nakajima, Sano, all those lovely. I mean, you can't see the credits, but all these wonderful Square Enix producers. I'm waiting for Nobuo Uematsu to show up. But you know. So yeah, that is it for my running commentary of the CGI cutscenes until it gets to the very last bit after these credits, where it shows a scene. I'll just explain it. I might as well give myself a thingy over it. But anyway, music composed by Nobuo Uematsu. What a legend! Lovely. So yes, this is one, in my opinion, this is one of the best Final Fantasies. People that don't like it, screw them. Those that don't like the Ultimecia fight because they say that it comes out of nowhere, screw them, because it's not like Necron. Necron comes out of nowhere. However, Ultimecia is name dropped from the beginning of Disc 3, so I don't want to hear that poo from any FF8 haters. If they want to go hate on a Final Fantasy, let's go hate on Final Fantasy 2, which is utter garbage, Final Fantasy 10, which is overrated. Nah, I don't care if someone comes and dislikes it because I said FF10 is bad, because I know a few Final Fantasy YouTubers that don't like Final Fantasy 10, and they get hate for hating on Final Fantasy 10. Well, in my opinion, they're right. But anyway, let's not make this a ramble, you know, trying to pass the time. But anyway, now we get the final cutscene. You see Balam at night with all the festivities floating across the ocean. You've got Renoa. She does that pointing thing. But surely she just wasn't doing it to no one, you know, that wouldn't make sense. I mean, I like how they just keep on showing shots of her on her own to make it look like, you know, there's no Squall. They can't trick her. They can't fool us. They can't fool us. Main characters don't die in Final Fantasies. Someone close to them dies, or multiple. The main character never dies. And there she goes. Point up. And there's Squall. And they hold hands. Put hands closer and hug and kiss. Under the stars. Beautiful. Happy ever after. Ching Chang Walla. And the reason why she pointed up is because she saw a comet. Lovely. And that's that. And then you see a lovely shot of the moon, which no longer has the lunar cry, I believe, because I don't see why there'd be any reason for the lunar cry to be there. But yeah. Now it says the end, Final Fantasy VIII, 1999 Square. Because back then it was still only Square. It wasn't Square Enix then. Square and Enix were both separate. You know, Final Fantasy versus Dragon Quest was going on then. Final Fantasy obviously won, but Dragon Quest is still amazing. But that's that. So, thank you for watching my playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. Now that means that I have gone through every original version of Final Fantasy 1 to 9. There's no more originals to do, unless I play 10, which you won't see me doing anytime soon, more than likely. It's sad, really, because, you know, that's it for Final Fantasies, really. Until I do FF7 Remake, and once that's done, I don't see any other Final Fantasies I'll be doing. I mean, after Chrono Trigger, I want to do Final Fantasy 4, the DS remake for that, which I'm just currently going through to get done before I finish Chrono Trigger, and yeah. So, thank you for watching this playthrough of Final Fantasy 8, as I said, and I'll see you tomorrow. I was going to say Thursday then, but this isn't Tuesday. I postponed it for a day. I'll see you tomorrow for the start of Resident Evil 6 on the wonderful professional difficulty. But until then, with a massive thumbs up, all I say to you now is goodbye and good night.